Germany has a value-added tax, a VAT, and it used to be 18%, but then as part of like their Corona policies, it got lowered down to 16%. So it's a lower VAT now than it has been before.
So the VVB, which is a public transport company in Berlin, offered a free train rides within Bergamo. What is
Brandenburg.
it? Brandenburg. Okay. So VVB offered free rides to actually the VVB monthly membership holders, a free ride to the state of Berlin, which is Bergen-Bud.
They took all the money from the VAT and they just made it so that everybody could travel in the Brandenburg area for free or cheap. So for every weekend for the entire month of September, anybody that buys a single ticket, it becomes a day ticket, and anybody that is a subscription holder, like Soo Zee and I are, gets to travel anywhere in Brandenburg on any of the regional trains for free without having to purchase an additional ticket.
It's our first adventure in a long time. We're on the train. We're headed to u-bahn now, which is supposedly a super cute town to hope.
It's not that I'm super excited about exploring Brandenburg. It's not like there was things that were like really high up on my list. It's more that I like the idea that when there was a drop in VAT, they continued to like put it back towards people. Like the service is to help us travel as like commute to and from work and travel in between parts of the state. And I thought it was really great that when the VAT got lowered to 16%, they gave it back to the people, even though their infrastructure couldn't let them do it directly. I thought that that was kind of nice.
It's very cute. Oh, cute.
One thing I'm very excited about is pickles. Why the pickles?
It's kind of a thing here. It's like a specialty here.
You just like kayak to a place and then have a rest and buy the pickles. Yo, one pickle please, and then they'll give you a pickle.
I'm gonna use the pickles. We'd like to rent a car.
The problem, all those you can see is reserved.
I mean, you can reserve the kayaks and you can reserve ahead, but we didn't because we weren't sure if the weather's gonna be good. We weren't sure, so we came early, and thankfully there's one boat.
It's big.
Yeah. How are we gonna like do it?
Taking this paddle from this.
Just like this?
No, oben. Von oben. No.
Ah, okay, great. Like
Yeah?
this.
Okay.
Yeah. Ah, okay, great. We're basically like spinning around forever and ever. I don't know, we can't even film.
This is very frustrated.
I just don't want to do this. It's like dumb.
We're only like 500 meters from the entrance.
Look at this. I got like smacked. How long have you been pedaling?
I don't know.
Where's my gherkin? Pickle. I was promised pickle everywhere. So waiting for the little pathing through. We made it. Pit stop number 1.
It's step number 1.
Where is this?
We're in Leather,
Lighter? We're in some little town. We are looking for pickles.
Germans know how to make a pickle, for sure. Germans can make a pickle.
But the pickles, the pickles, I don't know. It's refreshing. It's best and cold. It goes with everything. It just like feels like literally. I think we opened a jar of pickle and then finished in 2 days because it was that good.
I hate sweet pickles, but it's sort of the right balance of like slightly sweet and sour and salty, and they just do a pickle really well. And Soo Zee cannot stop eating them. I think it's because she doesn't have access to kimchi. She's like obsessed with these pickles. Every time I turn around, she's eating pickles.
I don't know what about it. I'm thinking about it makes me happy. Leigh got 3 pickles. Please explain.
So there's different ones. There's sweet ones, sour ones, some sort of cabbage. I don't know, but that's their thing here. They do the pickles.
And she got some mayo
Bockwurst with potato salad.
and pills, of course. It's such a German thing, no? Okay, looks great.
Yeah.
I think this is the sweet one.
Okay.
And this is like really salty. Is it the same one?
No, they're all different. 3 different buckets. What's that one?
Herby, I don't know.
We are now leaving Wachowska. We're going back to our boat. We're gonna go check out, there's 2 towns. One is Leigh and the other is Leigh. We're gonna go check them both out.
We are objectively better now.
With that one YouTube video we saw, I think we're getting a little hang of it.
Oh, you're like kneeling too. That's like a pro move right there. So we've made it to Leigh, and we're taking a little break in another little guest house where you just like paddle up, pull your boat up the side, and just enjoy hanging out on the Spree canals. What'd you get?
This is Hefeflang. Meat, butter, and one is apple mousse plus vanilla ice cream. So.
Look at this. This looks great. Oh man, looks great.
Crepe with cinnamon, sugar, and butter. Cream, whipped cream.
What is not to like? There is.
Regular pancake.
Yeah? Is it what you need after 4 hours of kayaking? Now that we've like stopped, my shoulders and my back are like super tight. And I'm very tired. And I didn't feel it when I was in the water, but now I'm like done. And we still have like 2 hours to go.
We're beginners, so we don't know.
So we're really slow. So I don't know if we can make it back in time. He said 5:40 and it's currently 4. So we have an hour and 40 minutes. I do not know if we're gonna make it in time.
We have actually no time to rest right now. We have to go.
We have to go, go, go.
Stop by the pickles. But I think we pass. We have no time. Goodbye, pickles. That's our boat.
We made it. We're the last people in, I'm sure. So we finished kayaking upon the Spreewald. Soo Zee can't raise her arms anymore. Yay! There's lots of places around to have dinner. We were hoping that we might actually get to stop into this other guest house in a different tiny town, Leigh, but we ran out of time. We didn't get to make it, so now we're headed back.
And we don't have any energies. Actually,
No,
we used
totally
all
pooped.
of our energies.
So real talk, we're walking back to the train station and we're both admitting that it was okay, but it wasn't that great.
And either it could be we were on the wrong route,
Did we do it wrong?
or it's just...
Yeah, or is it just not that great? It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, and we definitely didn't have time to really explore or like, you know, get to kind of look around at the little places. We basically had to like rest for 30 minutes and like go for 2 hours. We did a little bit like kind of overrun ourselves as well, but not sure.
The other thing you can do is you can come back and do this thing not by canal, boat, kayak. You can also do it by bicycle. There's a 161 kilometer Pickle bicycle path. Yeah, it's called the Gurkenradweg. Literally the pickle bike path. Maybe that's the way to do it.
Yeah, we could try.
So we went to the Spreewald the second time.
It's another adventure day. 2 in a row. And now we are headed into the Spreewald and into the city to rent some bikes. But this is literally how you follow the sign. It's a pickle riding a bike.
So we tried the Gurkenradweg, which is the, the pickle bike riding road trail, and it was bad. Number one, maybe because we didn't reserve the bicycle and we couldn't actually buy it, but we had to like walk the whole, not the walk the whole thing, but walk through it.
All the bicycles are gone for the day because we did not reserve and we got here. It's like 1 p.m. So apparently we don't have that many.
Should we just go home?
Should we just go home? No, why don't we just walk some of the trail? No?
Do you think there's gonna pick opportunity? Do you think there's gonna pick opportunity?
That is the most important thing. I want a pickle opportunity. Total bummer.
Total bummer.
But second, there was no stopping point where you actually can enjoy pickles. So basically it was like bike along the, Spreewald, which is like the spree, but there was no beautiful scenery. We were just biking to a town, and then maybe you go around the town and then bike to another town and eat the pickles, I guess. So I felt like, what is this, like, people talking about who went there, had like pickle opportunity, very like kilometers. And I felt like crazy if I was not doing the right thing. So we tried by boat. We tried by the bike with actually walking. I don't know, it felt a little bit, it didn't, live up to the hype for me. It was really, really disappointing.
I think boating was way more fun than this. Even if we'd been on a bicycle, there are no pickles. Been at a single place to like stop and eat a pickle. So please either don't name this the Pickle Road or give us more places to eat pickles. Thanks.
Yeah, I think you just have to go to towns, over towns and like little towns. There's where the pickle at, but along the way, there's just like biking.
But it's not even, like, it's all this. It's just country. Just open country. I should be more impressed, but I'm not. It's like a bayou. It's like being in the bayou. We appear to be the only dum-dums walking on the bike path. It's a lovely little spot to rest. We have pulled off on the side of the road for some snacks.
It's almost like the sun is setting.
It feels like the sun is setting. And it's only like 4:30, right?
Yeah.
Where did summer go? So here's a debate. Stuff is gonna start closing. Stuff is gonna close at 5 or 6 in these small towns. So do we carry on, you think?
Yeah, but then if we walk a little, it's like we might arrive at 5:30. I don't think we'll have time to enjoy anything after that. What are we gonna do?
So remind me again why we're here.
We just did walked all the way here to do nothing.
To just walk in some country.
We could have done that in the city.
We could have done this in the city. In fact, we did this in the city.
I feel like I foresee, is it gonna be like this all over Germany? Whenever I travel within Germany, I'm a little bit scared, a little bit worried about this. I don't know, there's kind of I'm getting the urge to explore a little bit further outside of Berlin, just because the experiences that we've had in some of the like day trips in Brandenburg have been pretty disappointing. They've been a little bit lame.
Is traveling everything in Germany, is it gonna be bad, or is I always think gonna be, I don't know. Is it just gonna be like cathedral, cute town, like just salty food and then pickles and that's it?
I'm holding out hope still that maybe if one of us converts our driver's license, like the things that we can explore outside of the cities are maybe slightly less disappointing, slightly more my speed. That's my hope. But there's also at the same time a pretty good chance that it's all just going to be equally disappointing.
Soo Zee is at this moment in time Googling the requirements for converting her Korean license into a German one.
But I do need a lot of paperwork. Number one, I have to get actually my license translated to Germany, but not only that, I have to also, I don't know if I have to actually get certified. What do you call that? 공증. What do you call that in English?
Notarized.
Notarized? I don't know if it has to be notarized, I'm not sure, but you have to get translated to Germany. And then there's
and their translation has to be an official translation with the German style notary, which is different.
Yeah, we might want to take care of that. I want to I don't know, but I feel like, do I really want to take my holidays to do this?
Yes, so that we can go traveling. Since traveling outside of Germany is not an option anymore, traveling inside Germany is our only option.
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid.
What are you afraid of?
Driving.
Why?
I heard you can just like to go 100 kilometers.
On the Autobahn.
I know, that's actually my dream, to actually like rent a supercar and like
I'm afraid, and yet it's my dream. This dream can come true, provided that you do all the paperwork.
The first thing you need also is your driver's license translated into German. So my Korean license has to be translated from Korean to German, but then I have to get it notarized. So I'm here at Korean Embassy to get it done. Here is where I go. I apparently printed out wrong, so I have to do it again. Okay, second step for exchanging my driver license. I have to go and actually exchange it. It was really hard to get an appointment that's nearby our house, so I had to get anything, anywhere that's the most available. I would say fastest available time slot. So this one is like a little bit away from our house, but it was the closest that I could get. So now they send it over to the driver's license bureau, and then they will assess and give me another, of course, a letter to pick it up.
I was very surprised to learn that a lot of people in Europe do not know how to drive. They have not passed a driver's license test, they haven't really learned because there just isn't a need, I guess, because the public transit is so good in most cities that if you don't want to learn, you don't have to. You don't really need to own a car to get around. Those public transportation, like the trams, like subways and buses, are really well organized and extremely accessible price-wise, and I love that it's 24 hours. That part is super nice, so that no matter where you are, you can always sort of like find a way home, even if it's 4 in the morning, which is great. So the public transit is great and accessible, but there's definitely room for improvement.
One thing I don't like about, I think, European public transportation, especially subway, there's no public toilets.
Public bathrooms are few and far between here, and when you do need to use a restroom, you can usually find one inside of a restaurant or inside of a department store or a shopping mall, and they're always for pay, so you have to have small change on you, which I don't really understand. I mean, I kind of get it, but I also kind of don't get it.
Don't collect money. Like, what is this collecting money thing in the toilet? In a department store. And I'm like, hello? Like,
it is kind of a basic human need, no? And I'm very used to like every place having kind of an accessible bathroom in it.
You never get used to pay for bathroom entrance.
and because of that, I find it like sometimes everybody, like guys, are just peeing outside of the station every day. Like, it's like I just like see not only homeless people, just regular dudes, could hold it, and just peeing in the subway, like in like I don't know, like in the and it smells like pee every day, like in the subway.
Every subway station smells like pee. Every single one smells like pee because there's always some dude that can't find a bathroom, whips it out, and just like urinates all over the floor. Which is terrible and not cool. And if there were accessible public bathrooms, that wouldn't happen.
And what is the fear of public toilets not being free? Like, what is the fear of it? That people will take advantage of the toilet? Like, no. Like, it's a basic human needs. It's like almost like food. If you have to go, you have to go.
Yeah, so I'm a subscription holder and I take public transit. I've been avoiding it as much as possible during Corona times, but of course you can't always avoid it. Like when I have to get somewhere, I don't own a car, I don't own a bike, you know, and yeah, it'd be great if I could walk to everything, but there's lots of things, like I mentioned, doctor's appointments that sometimes you can't walk to, sometimes you can't bike to.
A lot of people prefer also bikes. The bike lanes are well done here. They almost like ride it like a car, a full speed, like, you know, it's like, it's likely to get to a bike accident than a car accident. Oh my God, oh my God. A person just fell down and it was a bike and there was a kid and then people helped us all up. Oh. Hopefully they're okay.
And I do know how to drive, but I don't like it. I hate it. I actively seek to live in cities where I do not have to drive because I don't enjoy it. And I don't like riding a bike because it is too much like driving. So I like that I don't have to drive in order to live in the city and in order to do some day trips. Like, that's a thing that I like. I like that a lot.
Our adventure today is in
Potsdam. Yeah, look at it. It's like really nice. Okay, the first thing we have to do is actually exchange our tickets because it's Corona times. It's limiting people, right? That's what I.
Yeah. Is it noon? No, it's noon 45.
Yes.
This place is huge, no?
This place is huge. We didn't even start looking at anything. It's like garden, but then inside garden there's different gardens. It's like Versailles.
That's it, that's where we're going. What's your verdict?
My verdict? The park is definitely the impressive part here. The palace is like, eh.
I agree. Parks are lovely.
Parks are great.
And free.
Like I would say, is it, is it relaxing? Yeah. Is it the most beautiful garden I've seen? No. You know? That's how I feel.
Are you ready to find out where the hell we are and who the hell built it?
Yes. I'm ready. So ready. The funny thing is there's not much signs, and then when we actually find it, there's a sign.
Once you have clearly found the entrance already.
So we just finished our tour. And it was maybe 45 minutes and we couldn't actually film, so we couldn't like show you any kind of like footages. However, what did you think about it? It's very, yeah.
I mean, we've been to a lot of tours of manors and castles and estates. Like, that's the thing that we do when we travel. And
This is not the good
even though
one.
this is supposedly a really great example of super rich kings showing off their richness,
I haven't seen. I don't know. I'm not.
Didn't move me.
Yeah, I didn't move it. I didn't want. I don't know how to pinpoint the feeling of it. It's like the food is very underwhelming, and the sights are a little bit like, you know, like it's not like something uniquely I've never seen. Or the nature part, people say it's gonna be. There's a lot of hiking places, but then there's no like. I don't know.
It didn't feel like there was really that much that was appealing to me. So I don't know if I just can't find it or if it's because there's just really not that much here that's gonna appeal to me. So I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. Everything we try to do is not working out.
it's just not easy. It's mealy.
We're good. So good. Really sweet.
No dairy, no dairy. No gluten, no sugar.
Vegans. It's just not a proper burger. I don't know what to say.